super for freedom. Some are dead and some are living. Indeed, some are dead and some are living. We'll say again, good morning and welcome to today's edition of the program, The Blaze on Blaze 90.7. This beautiful Thursday morning. A creative mind is motivated by the desire to achieve, not by the desire to beat others. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Someone at some point came up with this very bad idea that an ordinary individual could not make difference in the world. I think that's just a horrible thing. Work harder on you than everyone else, and you will become unusually successful. Self-esteem comes from achieving something important when it's hard to do. There is no building success without commitment. So what a way to say good morning, a pleasant welcome again to today's edition of the program, The Blaze on Blaze 90.7. Today is the 10th day of July 2025. And name is Alexander Zesko. Yeneke Day breaks different in Liberia. Anything is possible. I'm here with Mensa Mendy, and together we're driving through straight up to 10 o'clock this morning on today's edition. Coming up, as usual, we'll be bringing you shortly, very short weather report. We'll do a short update for you. And today is kind of special. We have our guest from the Ministry of Justice, specifically from the Public Safety Division. Honorable John Bas Goloke, the Deputy Director for Public Safety at the Ministry of Justice, is our guest this morning. He's going to be here to tell us the function of the Public Safety Department or Division of the Ministry of Justice, what they are involved to do, how they go about with the public safety, the wellness. There are several many other things to talk about from the Division of Public Safety and the Ministry of Justice this morning. So we will share breakfast with us right after the formalities this morning. So stay tuned and let's do it together this beautiful morning. Remember, the Blaze Cash giveaway is on, and today is, as usual, the Jackpot Thursday. And today we're giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars. So all you have to do, make sure you're a Lone Star Cell subscriber, and you dial the star 799 star 9 hash. And you select your currency. If it is LD, select number 2, and you'll be asked to put in the number of tickets. Please, this is where people make mistakes. The number of tickets, if you put in the number, make sure you verify the number. You cannot intend to play 2 times, and unfortunately, you mistakenly put 20. Definitely, today is 200 per play, and if you put 20, 4,000 will be deducted. Somebody experienced that yesterday, and the person, instead of putting 2, they put 20, and then they call, they say, oh, well, I'm just putting 2, and 4,000 of deducted. The system is in a way that is just prompt, straightforward. You don't have to, it doesn't bend. The only thing that it does not do, if you put in any number and you don't have the amount in your account, it will bounce back. But once you have that, it means that you put in the number, definitely they're going to take that particular amount. So be very careful. So don't intend to put 5. Instead of that, you mistakenly put 50, or you put 0 behind the 5. That's 50. 200 times 50, you'll be talking about $10,000. And if you have more than $10,000, $10,000 will be deducted. But if you have less than $10,000, even if you have $9,999, it will not go, because you need that $1 to be 10,000 before it be deducted. So be very careful how you put in your number of tickets. So star 799 star 9 hash is the code. Let's do it together this morning on this beautiful day. Mendy will say good morning and welcome. Let's do a brief weather report this morning.
Okay, good morning, Elise, and let me say good morning to all of you following the breakfast show this morning. It's good to be back on the Thursday edition of the program, The Blaze on Blaze Radio. So let's see, now we can bring you the weather report, beginning with Mosorado County, or if you will, Morovia. And so the weather in Morovia is clouded with 81% chance of rain. The temperature is at 79 degrees Celsius, and the wind speed is at 11 meter per hour. Let's see now. We go to Margibi County. And so the weather in Margibi County is mostly clouded with a 95% chance of rain. The temperature is at 75 degrees Celsius, and the wind speed is at 4 meter per hour. Let's see if we can take two more counties. Yeah, let's see. We'll go to Grand Bassa. And so the weather in Grand Bassa County is clouded with a 95% chance of rain. The temperature is at 74 degrees Celsius, and the wind speed is at 5 meter per hour. Lastly, let's see if we can go to Central Liberia, Bon County, and see what the weather is like for folks in that part of the country. So the weather in Bon County is clouded with 95% chance of rain. The temperature is at 73 degrees Celsius, and the wind speed is at 5 meter per hour. So, Alex, that's the weather report with Bon County, having the highest when it comes to the chance of rain, and Monserrado having the highest when it comes to the speed of the wind today. So that's it. That's the weather report for the Thursday edition of the program The Blaze on Blaze Radio.
Indeed, it's a regular feature here on this that especially on this program, the Blaze on Blaze 90.7. Let's quickly bring you a few updates. And yesterday was kind of a good thing for this country, where the president of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai,
Mm.
uh, had a meeting because he's in the US attending Africa Summit with
Yeah,
the
high
US
level
president.
one.
Yeah. So there are only five presidents from Africa, and yesterday was the first deliberations. It runs up to tomorrow, the 11th. So they have other things to do. So yesterday, the president made Liberia's case at the summit. The drama there, everybody just run away is the issue of praising the president for speaking good English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always the case. The U.S. president, especially the current one, is kind of controversial. So you're supposed to be very careful how to even analyze these things. Yeah, but it's good. All we want is for the relation to continue between the U.S. and Liberia, and that is because we have Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Senegal, and Gabon. The five African leaders gathered for a tete-a-tete to prepare for an unexpected scenarios. That is, maybe many heads of states have had to endure since the U.S. president came to office in January. So yes, wish Liberia well. We have been told that panic chaos erupted at Star-based hospital late Monday night when a patient suspected to be infected with rabies reportedly became violently unstable. Wow. Star-based hospital. Yeah, that's bad. But again, it's good too because one patient Jala Aloysius, who said a guy bust the front glass door, broke hospital machines, and started threatening everyone. So the entire place was smoky and saying that they were not safe. So yeah, I think it's now under control. That's a good thing. So coming up shortly, we will have uh, our guests coming in to to start the conversation. So we will take this short break to have our guests in, so we can continue on the discussion. This beautiful Thursday morning on this day. So be with us while we are here to make sure that indeed you are served this morning. Let's take this short break. It's narrow, teeth and tongue can fret, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I on this side, we can still dance together. Letting the peace, Liberia is all we have. Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, folks, Liberia is all that we have, and let the love continue among us. Let peace reign. And so this is our own country. Like we said, we're having our guest from the Ministry of Justice this morning coming to join us this morning. So we'll say good morning and welcome. This is the first time anyway.
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, so anyway, let me first just say this Blaze FM, you are most welcome. It's good that we have you in studio. We have had a conversation before on phone, but at least this one is face to face for you to talk to your people. So he's Honorable John Baz Goloke. He's the Deputy Director for Public Safety at the Ministry of Justice. So tell us this morning, how is the ministry?
The ministry is okay. The ministry is okay. I left the ministry okay. I left the minister okay as well.
Okay.
The ministers, the deputy minister, the assistant ministers, and all the directors, they are all okay.
Great, that's good. So let's start with it. Say Public Safety Division of the Ministry of Justice. What do they do, or what do you do?
Thank you. We have a lot of responsibility for the Division of Public Safety Ministry of Justice. And we will just explain few because it will begin to explain all.
Yeah.
The time will not allow us. Firstly, people will let us know Ministry of Justice, how Division of Public Safety came about. So we have to make them to understand how the division was established. The historical standpoint. Ministry of Justice, the Division of Public Safety was created by a statute, May 20th, 1965, with the following mandate. Like I said, it's too much, but I will just list few. To coordinate public safety matters throughout the country, to prepare emergency plan, control programs on public safety matter, receive and evaluate private security, the establishment of private security in this country. We receive the applications. We evaluate, we investigate, we report, complain against private security officers, companies, clients, managers. We work along with transport ministries as one of our partners because we are check and balance institutions when it comes to public safety. We work along with the Liberian National Police through the public safety divisions, who here is on a refer gear from HICO is 116. We work along with the fire service divisions as well, and we work with Liberian Immigration Service. We serve as a liaison between the police and the Attorney General, the immigrations and the Attorney General, fire service and the Attorney General, and Liberian Justice Enforcement Agency. We serve as a liaison between those institutions. So I will list few of our responsibilities outside them and our mission. The mission of the Division of Public Safety of the Ministry of Justice is to coordinate all public safety and security matters throughout the Republic of Liberia. Okay. We want for our people to understand that. And I was so happy yesterday when I received a call that I should come today and get some views on public safety related matters in this country. So I want to say thank you to the stations. We have so many responsibilities. We also, our role of public safety, we coordinate, we combine discipline of safety, security, crime preventions, and fire protections in collaborations. We'll talk about crime, we're discussing the Liberian National Police aspect. Okay. In collaborations with the Liberian National Police, fire protections in collaborations with the Liberian National Fire Service, Environmental Protection Unit or Agency, EPA, We also coordinate along with them as well.
Okay.
We coordinate with Ministry of Commerce. We coordinate with Ministry of Health when it comes to product disposal. We work along with all the land ministry agencies that have safety-related matters. That is our functions. So on the other hand, too, all the beaches in this country, we work along with maritime.
Okay.
They fall within our responsibility. Those are operate kingdoms. They fall within our responsibility to know their safety, to know as to whether they are going by the rules and regulations to operate kingdom in this country. Beaches safety. We go by swimming pool standard.
Okay.
Like July 26th, we have put a plan together to carry on a vigorous inspections to the various beaches and those are own pools. Because for the few times or for the past years, months, when you look at the drowning mapping we did, Bogole issue take place during holidays.
Okay.
People go on the beaches, people get drunk, and they decide to take by in the water. And sometimes Bogole pools, there's no safety sign to determine where is 5 feet, where is 4 feet, where is 3 feet.
Okay.
So that will be some of the responsibility that will be carried on, that enforcement aspect. We're going to start soon with that enforcement aspect because we understand that holiday, they can be uncontrollable. So in order for us to achieve our goal and objective is to start sooner,
Okay.
to begin to sensitize the public that indeed public safety, Ministry of Justice will not hesitate arresting people on the beaches that will be in water, drinking alcohol at the same time swimming. Because we will not allow our people to endanger themselves. We have to protect you. It is our responsibility to protect you. And we will go by that. Anybody, absolutely, there will be no excuse. There will be no exception. Like the president said, do your job with no fear, favor. And the Attorney General of the Ministry of Justice, he always told us, public safety, it is our responsibility to keep the public safe. And we honor that mandate to provide all the safety for our people.
Okay. Okay, great. It's good that you already brought that up. So we just have a few days to the July 26th. So since you people took over, how many persons so far have been found in violation of this issue of pool, placing pools? Some people doing it now compounds, some people doing it for entertainment purpose. So tell us, how many persons have you found so far?
The first thing, we work on the regulation when it comes to pool safety. Because bulk of our people in Liberia think that when you are operating pool, you should not be regulated or you should not be inspected.
Okay.
So we are putting a mechanism into place that few months from now, before you open your pool in this country, you will get a safety
Okay.
clearance from Ministry of Justice Public Safety. We will tell you how you should measure when it comes to the safety aspect, the safety sign, because on the average, normally you will see with like 5 to 6 feet. You can have somebody that have pool that get about like 12 feet. We will have serious issue with that
Okay.
because the systems, due to where we came from during the war, we don't have this system into place. So people took advantage. They built pool that are above that, and we've been working on that as well. Few months or few years from now, everything will be put into place.
Okay. So let's also go back to your experience since you've also you both took over with regards to cold storages, warehouses as well, especially on these expired goods things. Because I saw you one time at certain frozen food center, making sure that there were some rotten stuff there that expired and it has been in the public who've been buying them. So tell us your experience so far as well.
Thank you. I think uh, the issue you just mentioned, it been happening in the country, but I think one, you were informed, you were even invited on the scene. I think you carried the story as well. It was the Bonja frozen food in Red Light,
Okay.
opposite Baltimore Junction. Like I said, our responsibility is why. You know, on the scene, I can remember that day when you got there, we saw a lot of people having issue with us. Why we should go on the scene? why we should stop the people from selling this, and you enter in a cold storage. You evidence of that. ELBC, Genesis, QFN, the rest of the people were there. They saw it. They saw what were in there. They saw what our people been eating. And we will not sit and allow our people to go through that. Like I said, and I will always say this, we will not koto in Yapoho. We will continue working to reduce
What is
issue,
that? Koto, you know.
to reduce issue that will harm our people. So we will continue pressing until the rightful thing is done. Other than that, we will not rest. Like I said, we will not koto in Yapoho. It means we will not subscribe to the ideology. We will not agree the way in which they want to do things in this country to be against the law. We will not accept that. We will go in line with the law. What the law says you should do, you will go by it. That is why I'm saying we will not koto in Yapoho.
Yeah, I love that. So, sometimes in a public, people will say all of these things that we're doing, but then they go behind there, they'll receive envelopes, they be bribe. So, in that, how can you educate the public with that kind of perception there?
Normally, you've been following me. Even of recent, I've been working with the Liberian Medical and Dental Council. There are some issues when people want to talk to me behind closed door. And I was very sincere. The records are there. That indeed, if you go against the law going to take a course. We are not here to pamper people. We are not here to make people to feel happy when we know that they are doing the wrong thing. Because accepting bribe is a crime under our law. So if I take bribe, I'm from Ministry of Justice. If I accept bribe from somebody, do you know what I'm doing to myself? So that is why when I get out there, I get out there with genuineness. I do not go anywhere alone. I go out there with press that everything we do, they should monitor it. The Liberian people should see it. And we are calling the Liberian people. Other have perception, yes. It is people's view. You cannot erase that. But we have to do our part for the people to believe in us. That is why you will always see people against. Even the issue about I've seen coastal issues. People were there, right? They were angry because they buy these stuff very cheap.
Okay.
And I can remember one motorcycle they started saying that public safety, you leave. When you buy media, when you buy rice, the meat can be too much. Our Liberian way. And, if you buy 100 food, the meat you can really enjoy it, your stuff. Forget to know their safety. If this thing were expensive, if this thing were good, as per the quality that commerce gave them, that this food have this quality to be sold in the Liberian market, trust me, you will not buy $100 rice and see that type of amount of meat on time because you are spending money to get it. But because it is damaged, and bulk of our people love that. And that is why bulk of the people can be affected by virus. And we will not accept that. We will continue pushing it until our country can be clear from everything.
Okay, so you just talk about the Liberian Medical and Dental Council. So that's good. It's also part of this. So tell us your experience, recent time, because you have been with the team going after people who impersonate to be maybe surgeon or doctor or whatever. Even some people serving as midwives to their homes and other clinics. Tell us your experience. What have you noticed about Liberia when it comes to that?
My experience working with Liberian Dental, Medical and Dental Council, it was bad and was also good.
Okay.
It was good in a way for all to educate our people, to find remedies, to tell them whenever someone is in pain, when someone is in labor, take them to the nearby clinic, take them to the nearby hospital. That was one of the good or greater experience I ever had. And I appreciate that. But my bad experience was what I saw physically, where a woman went to go give birth, she died in the process. Issue that could be just control, that nothing could happen to that person. Easy issue that could be controlled. Even those that have medical experience, based on their explanation to us, there are certain issues. Someone had to die. That the issue that someone was bleeding from 12 o'clock a.m. up to 6 a.m. And the lady in question that carry on her job, the lady friend keep asking her, my friend, do you know that I'm dying? You think I will survive? She kept asking her friend. And her friend went to the Lily in questions. At 70, I think 78 or 79 years old, Lily. And she told the girl, "Look, you'll go to bed. Tomorrow we'll take your girl to the hospital."
Wow.
Do you know the gravity? Do you know the degree the bleeding was? When I went on the scene, my brother, tears set in my eye. When I saw the pool of blood that they did dying, I felt so discouraged. But when we came out, the community was so populated. We had to conscientize our people. We had to educate them. That was one of the good things I've ever experienced doing it. We went to some clinics in some community. I will share an example with you. Something like a clinic to 9th Street. Do you know what we saw there? It was alarming. We had to take the big belly that was there, put her on a medical and dental council vehicle to take her to JFK. See the substance that guy was using. Contaminated substance. Rusty. And we were closing the place. Can you imagine? Young people in the community, young men, they are telling us, "My man, that guy can treat us free sometimes. You please leave it." Some friends that are no personal, they say, "Gentlemen, we're doing our job," like I said. We will not do our job based on sympathy. The Attorney General always told us, "Y'all do your job. No sympathy. No favoritism. If this man go against the law, y'all deal with the man according to the law." That is why when we get on the feet, you can be my sister, you can be my mom, you can be my pa. If you go against the law take a course. The law take a course. So my experience with the medical and dental council, we're still doing it. We're still working. And because of that, do you know that people are hiring a professional now to the various clinics?
Okay.
People are hiring. On 2 occasions, I received call from one other medical facility. I won't call the name. They said, Director Baz, you can come visit us now.
They don't want calling now.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, you called me to come visit?" He said, "Yes, you can come visit us now." Because the reason Boko Haram people to pay the professional is difficult for them.
Okay.
So they prefer taking students that still going to school to work to the medical facility. And Boko Haram students have no experience because they have been paid little or nothing. You know and I know. If I go to medical school, the number of years, doctorate, and you take me to work to a medical facility, do you know how much you're going to pay me? But because of that, you will see them going to the very local schools, taking students from there to work to the medical facility. We arrest a lot of people like that. We arrest a lot of people. And I can assure you, like I said, we'll go by the president mandate. We'll go by the Attorney General of the Ministry of Justice mandate that we should do our job with no fear and favor.
Okay, so let's look at those that were arrested in that process. What is the status of those that were arrested in that process? Especially there was a doctor that was on the run and they don't want arrested. How is the process like?
The Liberian Medical and Dental Council had a procedures
Okay.
when it comes to certain issues. When you are not a licensed nurse and we find you in the facility, they had a process in giving you punishment.
Okay.
But in a process where there's death, it becomes government issue now. It is above even the Liberian Medical and Dental Council. It becomes the Liberian government issue now. So bulk of the issues, we send that to the Liberian National Police
Okay.
for investigations.
Okay, so let's also look at your experience with the EPA.
Yeah, we've been working along with the EPA. Normally, whenever EPA going somewhere, they always contact public safety. We work together as a team. Normally, I can send bulk of my staff to work with them. The 22 day, we will get assigned to Grand Bassa now as a commander for Ministry of Justice Public Safety in Grand Bassa. So he been working along with EPA.
Okay.
He was assigned with EPA. Any operation with EPA, they go there and he brings report to us. But for man being on the field, I've been working along with the Liberian National Police, the Fire Service, the LDAs, the immigrations, the Liberian Medical and Dental Council. That have been my feet. But normally, sometimes I get out there and work along with other institutions to prevent safety. Issues that had to endanger our people.
Okay, so on the oral from the Division of Public Safety, what are you receiving from those that you have on the field?
When you say receiving,
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, reports from the field, from those areas, that's the EPA, the commerce, like you with the immigration. What are you get? Are you getting any kind of good report from the people? Are Liberians following what you tell them?
like I said, for every inspection we have, people can be penalized
Okay.
depending the degree, because we have class of degree. If, for example, you get a cold story that 80% of your product out there is damaged, and you say no to Liberian people, that direct prosecution, we can't joke with that. But like 10 of 5%, we fine you because it's less. Then we dispose it. A where Ministry of Health can come in for disposal purpose. So that is why I said we also work with Ministry of Health.
Okay, so you are Liberian working for Liberia. Tell us the challenges you face.
A lot of challenges outside there. You raising his son in real life and all. A lot of challenges. Like I said, our people need to be educated. Information needs to be given to them. We need to provide the information to them. We need to make them to understand that indeed this is good, this is bad. When you see this happening, report this to the rightful authority. But sometimes people are afraid. I can remember one story. A guy was in a community. He was an armed robber. Everybody afraid to carry a complaint to the police.
Oh.
Everybody were afraid at the time to carry a complaint to the police. So I went to visit a friend. He was passing and said, I wanted to be armed robber there. I said, what? Then he walking free. They say, you talk to that man, that trouble. Everybody afraid of the man. So Liberia people can see people selling expired goods. They will papa them. They will see people doing clandestine things that will harm the society. And they will papa them. They will never get information. Unless we get out there. Let's be sincere. We are not rocket scientists to see all over. We need the journalists. We need the community participation when it comes to fighting crime, when it comes to fighting violations. We need their involvement. Let them talk to us. Let the community be open to us. Where danger is, let them tell us. We will work along with that. When you're in a community, if a separate thing smelling, that's a safety issue. That's a safety violations. If you build your buildings, there is no fire exit. We have issue with that. Do you know what been happening where some people are laying fire? Part of the houses, there are no fire exit. There's no way, let's say your front door and your back door.
Okay.
There's no back door. So when the fire starts from the front door, where will you go? Because of our security, everybody want to put iron bar on our windows.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's emergency, there's no way to get out there. That is why it's always good to have fire exits when there's problem.
Okay.
That you can use one route. There should be 2 or 3 to get out. And I see sometimes at night, people lock their gate and keep the key different place. Let's be sincere. We can't pray for bad thing to happen when there's an emergency. Sometimes you leave from sleep. You now say, remember where you place the key. So that is why we always providing information and education to our people. It is our responsibility. That is why we are being paid for. That is why we are out there providing the information. And we also admire all the stations that always invite us. We can pay a cent to provide the education to our people. We always praise all the media in the country that they always allow us to provide information to our people. It is our responsibility. It's what we're doing. It's what we are being paid for. So that is our responsibility as public safety, Ministry of Justice.
Well, so folks, he's Honorable John Baz Glucker. He's the Deputy Director for Public Safety at the Ministry of Justice. If we're just joining us, he's our guest this morning. So just hold on. I'm going to open the line shortly so I can have a conversation. I think we'll open the line sooner because I believe people have so many questions to ask or concerns. So let's go back to our guest because we've seen most of those expired goods on the market. We want to know the categories, especially those who doing those businesses. Are they just Liberians or we have other foreigners doing that too?
Some are Liberian, some are foreigners. Yes. Like goods coming in the country, Ministry of Commerce qualify goods will enter the country.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the business people will take bypass.
Okay.
Sometimes they will falsely declare. They will be bringing bag of pepper. dry pepper from Africa or Guinea. On that dry pepper, they will put goose there. Let's be sincere. If you're assigned to the border as ARA personnel, will you put 3,000 bag of pepper down to check on her? No. So we have our various checkpoints in the city. We have Minister of Justice, Public Safety Officer assigned to Black Gina, which is Justin Saki. We call him CO Gina. We have a Public Safety Officer assigned in Red Light. The commander is Spring Koduba, which is CO Light, as we call him. And we have a commander assigned in Waterside, which is Kone Biankane.
What do they do?
They are responsible for foreign trade vehicle. Every truck that enter in the country, where they offload is where they can be. If you can remember, 2 to 3 months back, some truck were arrested to Black Gina with some things on it. They were arrested by our people, by the Joint Security. ARA were present. It happened on a Sunday. It happened on a Sunday.
Yeah.
False declarations and honor our law is a second degree felony crime. False declaration. You can go to prison for that. So when they reach to the checkpoint, they say, I have only 3,000 bags of pepper. Let's be sincere. Our officer assigned to the very border can't pull out 3,000 bags of pepper down. They will only write on it, yes, 3,000 bags of pepper. And you pay in Liberian government account. But where you going to offload and where our people will be on the scene, they will request for your entry. It is based on the entry now when you're putting your goods down, they will begin to intercept both of those things. It's where they bring contraband goods. Goods are not should be sold on our market. Let's say Sasigari. Anyway, you see Sasigari contact me. These are contraband goods, not to be sold in Liberia. But people are selling it. People know that indeed Sikari. We should not sell it here. We should not smoke it here. Contraband goods. Don't sell it in Liberia. And for Liberia. People are smoking it. Do you know why it's causing to our people? Do you know the reason why the people say they should only be sold in our country? They shouldn't go out of their country? We have different temperatures. When it comes to health issues, we have different systems. So what I can take in, you cannot take in. So if I say what I'm taking in, do not go around it. If you begin to take that thing in, you're going to be affected. Even when it comes to medical, you have pressure. They gave you pressure medicine. I don't have pressure. I don't have to take that medicine. That is why it's always restricted. So the contraband goods coming in this country, number one, some can be expired because our people cannot see it sometimes. Sometimes our people can see it and it can be arrested. A recent to Black Gina, bulk of the goods are being arrested for the past year. The auction they go now, government auction it. People are buying it. It was good. The one that were not good, they were disposed. The one that were good, they were auctioned to the public. People when they bought it. These are goods that were falsely declared. Okay. They put them on goods, but they refused to declare it. And the president of Ministry of Justice Public Safety Officer, Boko were arrested. So let's say our people were not on the scene. Do you know what's going to happen? Myself by 2 a.m., I arrested a truck to Mount Bagley. A truck to Mount Bagley. Why were on that truck, my brother, when I tell you here? You say, what? And you ask me, why at that hour? I got intelligent. Okay. And I said, I will not sleep. Myself will go there. I left my house by 1:15 out to Mount Bagley checkpoint. That is why I always admire the Liberian National Police. Every hour you call them, you receive them. And that truck, we drove that truck to St. Francis, to that depot, to that zone. A 40-feet truck. The driver was misbehaving, that the truck can't pull. I had to call anti-robbery unit and they came. They forced him. We drove that truck there. The next day, a lot of things were on it. They falsely declare. They bring in 10% in the country. Other people selling their goods in this country, they pay tax. Before they bring their goods, they pay. So you bring your own on a false pretense. It's a crime. When you bring your own, when someone selling that 10% for $350, you're selling your own for $200. Let's be sincere, man. Who will go buy that $350, 10% again? They will prefer coming to your place.
Yeah.
And at the end, you will suppress those that are paying tax. That is why we have put all these systems into place. Every international parking, you will see Ministry of Justice Public Safety there. Make sure every goods that come in the country, they go through it, whether it is declared properly. When it's falsely declared, we arrest it.
So tell us, what is the risks involved? You sometimes going out at that kind of hour. Have you been maybe attacked along the way, or people been rejecting you or resisting your effort to enter their premise to check?
The first thing, it been happening to some of my officers,
Okay.
but yeah, now happened to me
To you.
before. Because normally whenever I'm going somewhere, you know how I can go. You know the team that I can go with. So sometimes appearance demands respect.
Okay.
Appearance demands respect. And when you know your authority, no one can deny you. Come on, man. I can come to your business area, you get close to it, I say I want to enter. Then you tell me, say I can't enter. When I know there's something there. And the good thing, we always get intelligent all over. We always get intelligent. So if you say I can't enter there, I say, oh, for true? Then I will enter. Something here. And when we enter, sometimes things can be there. And we don't have to wait for things to be there first before we go there. No. Sometimes we just go there to see. I said, whether everything is okay. It is our responsibility. We have to protect our people. We have to protect the public. Even the business people, we have to protect them as well. It is our responsibility to protect everybody. We are not against anybody. The business people, they are our people. They are our friends. Without them, government cannot employ everybody. The private sectors have to also do an employment. Business people employing. Business people not taking different people. They seem like people working there. So the only thing we need here is everything will be up to standard. Okay. That's the life we want to live in this country.
Do you also get intelligence for supermarket as well?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We work with people that work in the supermarket as well. We work with people. They are Liberians. They are Liberians as well. Even some of the business people. Sometimes they tell us what our police can do. The business people themselves. Okay. They tell us what our police can do. They tell us exactly what our police can do. We don't want to call them. But let me tell you. I can remember a story. This guy had a cool story. And his friend had a cool story as well. But normally, when his friend brings his goods, other things can be part of it. And he called and said, you're going to a cool story. A big businessman to him said, Mama, you'll go there. I said, how you know? He said, you'll go there. When you're doing your job, we can be happy as well. That's the only way. Things will be up to standard. There'll be equilibrium in things. Even the drink sellers, they give us information. That so and so truck coming in the country today. They bring in contraband goods. They bring in this goods that is not declared. Do you know there are some borders here, right? People use canoe to cross. At night, people use canoe to cross. And our people are always on their land. Before you enter in the city, we get intelligent. So we want to tell the business people, July 26th coming, nobody can come in more. Yeah, we always rest there. It's July 26th. Our boys are ready.
Okay.
Our land is open. Our internet everywhere.
Yeah.
So we receive calls. We receive information. So when we see your truck, we say, well, they truck here. Carry straight to Central or carry to Ministry of Justice. Don't argue. They drive behind us. We already know what's in it.
Okay.
We are not rocket scientists. People give us the information. And it's true. And one thing, we can't just get information from you and just accept that it is true.
Okay.
We have security on security. That makes us to be Ministry of Justice. We don't want you to give a wrong story. I can remember way back, people used to have 911. Someone will be laying down to the house, nothing happening.
And they call.
And just call. So now fire service land. So then when fire service reach there, there's nothing happening. Mm-hmm. So at the end, later on, they start saying, oh, the fire service this time. When you call them, they can come fire the sea before they go for the water.
They have to check before.
So we always follow our intelligence well.
Okay.
That is why we've been getting some of these people.
Okay, folks. Now you can call us on 07779079070, 07779079070, 087 107, These are the numbers to call and be a part of the conversation this morning. The cash giveaway continues. Star 799 star 9 hash is the code. Star 799 star 9 hash is the code. Make sure you're a Lone Star Sales subscriber and you have 200 LD or $1.50 on your mobile money account. You stand a chance of winning $10,000 Liberian dollars this morning. Let's take our very first call this morning. Good morning. Okay, that person slip off. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please just go away from your receiver.
My name is Samson Boya. I do join you from Subata.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to flag an issue that got to do with a woman who went to the hospital and she came that the same war and she gave me and gave birth by herself. She passed off and we are struggling with the child. So that's why I want to flag this issue. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I want to flag this issue. And we are located at Subata. That twin she born. When she went to JFK, they put her over 4,000 LD. And her husband didn't have the Alaska. They put her carry her there. They didn't have the money. She came and she gave birth to herself in the laboratory and she passed off. And we are struggling with the twin state. So that's why I want to flag the issue. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm about to go calling from Johnson. Yes, I thank God for the program this morning that for public safety. You know, to talk about anything that if you see anything in the community that is wrong, you should let the safety, the police know. I'm one of the victims in Grand Crew. I was there. A Nigerian man was selling, he's selling kush, he's selling all those things. But inside that man, when you the cause of which one we were afraid of the talk is, so that when you report a man after the man hold the man come back in the community, and when you come back, you can be testing you. See, so that one of the things that we are afraid of, that was now we see the thing that we are afraid to talk because these are the people we tell us say we report them, they will say, oh man, forget it. Me and I will come back. I'm not sure what the community. So these are the problems we're facing. Yeah? They cannot be prosecuted. You see, only when they take the person, they carry them, they not come back in the community, they do a be able to be reporting them. So that one of the reasons or something happening in the community, we now want to talk.
Okay.
See? Yes.
Yeah, I think
So,
you address that. You address that too as well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, come on, go ahead.
Well, thank you. My name is Asana Thomas Sankara, join the conversation on Dwagon. You know, when it comes to this public safety, Liberia is far behind. I mean, when you look at the market today, the fake drugs have all come our country, and aside from that, drugs, illicit drugs taking over this nation. I normally go to neighboring Guinea for treatment because really I don't trust hospital in Liberia anymore. I mean, the drugs will give you effective more than the sickness you have. But if you go to our neighboring country, they will give you some drugs that are really, very helpful. Even if you want to find similar drugs in the country, that means that DV going play, you're not CA. So that is to tell you how safe other people's country are when it comes to selling drugs.
Okay.
In Liberia, somebody will be selling drugs in a bucket that will solve 10 different sicknesses. And national government doing nothing about that. In our community, there are ghettos all over.
Okay.
And don't put your life online to see you will inform the DEA to arrest the person. At the agent of the DEA will inform that particular person that it is Mr. Thomas Sankara who informed us about your doing in this community. And definitely the guys will start going after the person who gave the information. So Liberia is just the borderline is just free. Liberia borderline, when you get money, you cross. They will not even ask you any question. Just go submit someone a document, you working, and then somebody else come and compare no, or at the end of the day, you just cross. Maybe except wherein you refuse to comply with the security, then it will become a little bit technical of you. And then when you bring it into country, they will see it. But then, really, like, we got a long way to fight everything. We got a long way to go. So, we want to encourage them for the discussion, though it is their responsibility to come on air to provide clarity. Though we know what he's saying is not the reality on ground, but we also accept the discussion.
Which one is not the reality?
Now they arresting drugs, they're doing they want, they're going after people that are hiring non-qualified people to work in cleaning. If you're cleaning that when they're playing Zuli, they game them cleaning, they are not focused. Who going after them? Nobody. So if you come here to say we are arresting them, all the last arrest and then publish the name of those you arrested or their images so that people in our community too will be careful in order to work with them or which clinic you did it with. So you can come and just speak that something is very happening and we know very well that nothing is happening.
So what do you recommend before you go?
My recommendation is very clear. If you want to arrest, let the arrest be holistic. Come up with a name. If Alassana Thomas Sankara is the person who was selling illicit drugs in the country or working somewhere that you're not so the way you not get the people, arrest this person, publish the person's name and an image on social media because right now social media carry the most powerful weapon. Anything that goes on social media, I mean, 75% of the country will receive that because other people will get sources from other people. So if you do that, that means you're moving somewhere. And they also ensure that people that are selling drugs in the street, in buckets, they should not be seen in the country. If you should also restrict pharmacies, clinics, then they have AC because like we have now current in the country. Then they have AC to protect the drugs that they are selling in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Lassana. We appreciate that. So keep your calls coming on 0777 907 907. 0777 907 907 0887 11107 0887 11107. You can also use that to send in your text message or messages. We're going to read them out for you this morning on the show. While we wait you, I think Honorable Gloria can respond to some of these.
Yeah.
Okay, before that, let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Charles Blamo calling from Jakarta. You know, at least thanking you to have carried the conversation. They all go manufacture. They took open our parking lines and you were talking about that black in area. They close the fence. And then to come all the time, I think you go the care and go on low age. But as a man was saying, sometimes when they say something, some people will be afraid they want, but don't see anything in the country and be afraid. That your safety, that the nation safety. When you see that illegal, tell the people that will be aware. Yeah, so they black in area that have go manufacture, area that they kind of send a day or get that. No point are going to show them.
Okay.
So that one of the place there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. The first caller said a lady went to give birth. I think she gave birth with twins. And she died in the process. And the two children survived. I was on the scene.
Okay.
I went there. I went in the community to SKD community here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes. That's around Lover Street.
Yeah, around Lover. That's the picture I'm looking for, to displace it. We went on the scene where the thing took place. We met the DC Hosmo. And we took into Central to ask him a few questions that day. And the nurse, that the lady came right before her house that gave birth outside. Because she gave birth right outside. When that lady was still coming from in her room because it happened midnight. Right in front of her door. Okay. We saw even they post some sand or some other stuff. So that issue, I think it has been investigated by the Liberian Medical and Dental Council. They had the responsibility when it comes to medical malpractice. When it comes to such issues, they can investigate. Okay. Then their report now, they will send it to Central. Even the police, when it comes to certain medical report, the police don't have authority over that. The medical and Dental Council do their investigations. After that, then they turn the person over to the Liberian National Police. So if it requires only fine, they're going to find the person. So that issue, I'm in the know. We went on the scene.
Okay.
The press were there. Press were there. We even from there we educated the communities. Even the clinic that the lady went fresh. The clinic around S.C. Cooper Road. We went there, the owner of the clinics that examined the lady in questions. We invited her. She got in a car with all our day. We took her with us to Central. And from there, they took them back to Liberia Medical and Dental Council office for investigation. Like I said, they had their own way of investigating when it comes to medical issues because we don't have knowledge when it comes to that. So they can always carry on their investigation and invite us in. After doing all their investigation, they gave us what we have to know. But certain things they didn't want to, we cannot know. But if they want for us to know, they can tell us. Because they are solely responsible when it comes to that. We are only, like I said, we are check and balance institutions, division that work along with the various institutions that have responsibility when it comes to certain things.
Okay, so also have somebody making recommendation, especially for those that selling drugs in buckets. That you said one drug accused about 1,000 sicknesses. People selling drugs in bucket, passed around the community, and they're also talking about that. And there was a lot of guy who said when you
Yeah.
give information, somebody the same person will be arrested, and after a few days, you see the same person back in the community.
Okay, in the law, the burden of proof lies on the accuser. So if you take my complaint to the court, you take my complaint to the station, because normally you can start with police stations. The law gave me 3 days to be there. So if they complaining after 3 days, you can't see complaining. The government will not hold the person because you get the person complain. So when you see community people saying that when something happens, when they take a person to the airport or to the Zoom, after 3 to 4 days, they see the person also. We always telling them, when you carry someone complain for certain thing, follow the case. The person do have their right. They have the constitutional right. You keep the person for 3 days. After 3 days, there's no complaining. You have to free the person. And because our criminals in this country, they know the law good. Somebody as soon after 3 days, you will see them shouting in the cell. Today they tell they no complaining. You have to free. I'm telling you, go to the various ones in the airport. Boss me 3 days now pass. Then they said they know the law. So if you see an image telling you 3 days have passed, free me, then no complaining around. You the law enforcement officer, you say you know the law as well. You don't want for thing to go against you. So what you expect? They will free the person. So it is always good when you take someone complain to the zones, to the airport, or to any police headquarters. Follow the case. You go to court. But after 2 days, after 3 days, they can't see you no more. When they call your number off. We're going to sit with the men that have been accused. You brought a man. You have to provide evidence. You are not available. So what you expect for police to do? They will allow the person to go. Unless it is a crime, like capital crime. Unless you kill that one, they can't wait for accuser. No.
Okay. So what happens if you receive intelligence and you yourself go and do the arrest, and after a few days, you will see the person back in the community?
It is difficult for myself to go there and do the arrest, and after a few times you see the person in the community
Doing the same thing that you arrested.
You know, sometimes when it comes to the legal aspect, I'm not really good there because I'm not a legal practitioner. But I will tell you from my experience, they have bailable cases that your lawyer can come and sign for you. But the community need to be educated on that as well. We can fight. I can assault you. You take me to court. It's bailable. My lawyer will come and sign for me. That does not mean that I'm free. My lawyer only sign for me for a period of time. Later to turn me over. But as some community see the man back, or they carry the man to the free the man.
No, sometimes the person will come back and be doing the same thing that he was arrested for.
I don't have any experience on such, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah, because normally people will, the police, for example, will kind of community and arrest somebody maybe for selling drugs. Then after certain time, the person will be free and come back in the community doing the same thing as well. So that was his experience that he was just sharing too.
Oh, okay. For me, I never had any experience such, so I can't speak on it.
Okay, so there was a guy too who also talked about this recommendation of pharmacists having air conditioning in the pharmacies as well, because if you have they play cool, it will also protect the drug and make it effective. So I don't know whether you experienced that too, since you've been with the Library Medical and then that kind
No,
of stuff.
normally, even when you buy a tablet, they always say keep the tablet to a cool area. Because when you keep those things there to a heated area, there's gonna be a problem. But for my experience, some of the drugs, so yes, there's no air condition.
Okay.
When you ask, they discuss about the economic challenges.
Okay.
Secondly, again, the inflow of customer, where you sit whole day. Sometimes there are some drugs so in some community, you can sit there for an hour. You can see one person.
Okay.
So that have been some of that excuse. But we told them that indeed we get a time to work on it. We get a time to work on it. After that time elapsed, we get back to them. And that will be put under control. Like someone mentioned about selling tablet in bucket. The thing happened in my present in my own country in Nima. In a village, there's no clinic. In that village there, this man, the only man that went to medical school, and he had a bucket in the morning. So I saw my auntie say, that boy tablet good though. Yesterday my hair was hurting about. I said, no, that should not happen.
Okay.
No one should buy tablet in bucket. So one of the elder called me and said, my son, it ain't gonna bring a tablet in the time. Who will bring tablet for us? Look at the condition there. There's no medical facility in our village. So only this man have the chance to go there with that tablet. He get on motorbike, he gets there, he sell a tablet around and he leave. But at that moment, I advised him. I said, what you can do, since we have 3 big towns here, open a pharmacy here. Open a pharmacy here. That would be good. But to be selling tablet in bucket, made it in my presence, I won't accept that. And he told me that he's working on it. Few months back, we communicated. He said he has started doing something there. Sooner or later, he will use the invite Minister of Justice for the opening. Yes, because I told him, I said, the next time I see, at first he didn't know.
Okay.
So when I introduced myself, I told him what he's doing, I can arrest him for that. And he began to explain some of the challenges our people go through where there's no medical facility around. Sometimes someone has accident, he around, you have to go and treat the person. So there are some minor issues. You don't have to take a person to Ganda Hospital or to Senegule Hospital. And he around there, he can handle it. So sometimes we have consideration when it comes to these things. But he told us that he's working on it. Sooner or later, we'll be going there to go open the clinics.
Okay, keep your calls coming on 077-907-907. Let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
I'm calling from the Sport and Super Market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Daniel Daraburu. Our honorable in there, there are so many problems in Liberia that we have to look at. But I said the security at the border, the joint security at the border. Some of these problems, they are the cause of all these things are happening. I remember when I was in Guinea, you will not enter Guinea when you having trouble, you have low in a car. But the Guinea man will allow you, you get taught to you get small thing pass. The Guinea man will force you, you bring all those stuff down, they check it. But I keep Guinea, I can't do, I'm not seeing that. So some of our problems can be at the border. So the honorable in there have to look at some of these things. The border is the problem. It's the immigration. How will you be at the border, still leave and then enter Mauritius and come around and Mount Baghdad and other places? It is happening because the people at the border are compromising some of these things. The Guinea men will not allow it. The Guinea men will not allow it because they know that their job is at what rate. So if you caught them doing that, they will fire them. So some of these people want to do this, you that were on that ground when that thing happened, they take it from there. But these things are not happening on the road. You got to look at these things. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's take this one. Good morning. Okay, call us on 077-907-907, 907 907. So tell us now, but this one is just, we're just discussing Monserrado. How is it like also as well in the various counties? But before that, let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
My name is Chavati Gusia calling from the Air WSR right here.
Okay.
I heard you talking about the police and the citizen. I had a case that I before. I gave my money to the man saying he was the owner of the horse. He is the owner of the horse. I gave him $930 US from January all the way. I made 6 more interest. Yeah, single parent. I was in the chair, my children sleeping on the ground. That man did not give me that place. Now he took additional money from the other men that were in the place. I carried him to police station. They transfer out to central, they transfer out to the court. And you are saying about the court, the government, they are not doing writing because if you don't have money as a single person you broke, you will never get your say in Liberia.
I think,
I went there.
Hello? Have you been following the show?
Yes.
Okay. So you already know what we're discussing. We are discussing public safety.
Yeah, it is a city I'm asking God. What are you talking about? When you get the police station, when you get your go to court, you get your lawyer, then you follow it.
Okay.
That's why I'm pressing up. So we went to the court of state. We went there. I took a lawyer. He allowed me to pay money. Now I need a man on a lawyer. He could not put a man on a lawyer. I never had trusted today. My money stay in that man. I forward it when they tell me say can they start to them and when they say oh code will not be something on Saturday can next day. I then going there all my children nobody can look at me up to this time. Okay. So I'm trying to tell the government they should wear post in their hand and afford their whole body into it because if you don't have money in this country you will never have trust.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate that. Call us on 0777 907 907 0777 907 907 087 111 107 087 111 107. Yeah, that's good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, live. Go ahead.
Yeah, according to Bro.
What is the
name? Guest in the studio there.
What is the name?
I want you to Adam Frank.
Okay, Adam.
Yeah, because this truck here come from another border to enter this place, but he never elaborated. And he said he got intelligence to build border and there's a checkpoint, but he never elaborated on why the truck leaving from that border with all his intelligence and there. He never elaborated what can be the benefit of them. Okay. And two, those people that he have the problem with and they be bringing illegal things, why they can't be exposed. God order he's talking there, he only say, oh, we arrest certain truck and then we carry it. But for the people to be exposed and for them to stop doing it, that's why he's not talking on, that's why I want to get clear.
Okay. I think you'll respond to that. Good morning. Okay, so yeah, Ologluge can just respond to that before we go to.
Okay. Thank you. The first caller said in Guinea, when you're traveling with truck, like 40 feet, the security can put all the goods down. It's untrue. I've been in Guinea, I've been in Africa. Even the taxi, I can come from Guinea to come here. Setting low on it, you can't put it down.
Okay.
You can't put it down. So that is why the very parking, where you see vehicle coming from out of the country, we had Jones Security assigned there. We had the entire Jones Security present there. So sometimes the hour people can get in time. Sometimes they get in time, sometimes about 3 a.m.
Okay.
It is true, sometimes they take bypass too. You know, they can take the security, they are not scientists. They can get camera all over. Somebody anyway kind of will take different directions and go and upload their goods. But we can still get it intelligent.
Okay.
We can still get it intelligent. That is why some drinking institutions, people that sell drinks, when we get to them, we ask them, can you show all the receipt of their goods? If you see or asking that question, it may we have gotten intel.
Okay.
So you need to tell us where you bought the goods from. So if you say you bought the goods from Rico, for example, you bought the goods from beer factory, we want to see the receipt. When there is no receipt now, where now we can establish our case that indeed you brought the goods in the country illegally. So he talked about why we can't publish those that come in with a truck, those are honor declaring. Like I regularly said, recent to Black Gina, the government auctioned most of the goods. It was live.
Okay.
Government put it live. Everybody monitor it. That the goods that were arrested before, goods that entered in the country that were arrested before, after a number of years, we decided to auction it today. And people went there. Health were there. The rest of the institution, from the safety institution, they were present. The one that were damaged, one side, the one that were okay, and people began to buy. It was not something that was done in-house. No, it was to the public. So when he said that we can't make it known to the public, so I think he had to revisit the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to revisit the internet because everything we do, the Liberian people can see it. Of course, everybody can see it at the same time. But go on the net, you will see it. You will see what we've been doing. But we'll continue providing information.
Okay.
And they too that seen it. Let someone call from Black Gina. I will leave my contact. If you see any truck or such entering to a fence that you are not satisfied with, just call the number. We will come there. We come and call your name. That is why we said we need to give our information as well. That's the only way our country will be safe. That's the only way our country will be secure from bringing harmful things in the country. Because mind you, we are how many in the country? If you are affected now, in less than 2 days, bulk of our people will be affected. That is why we're telling our people, if you see any illegal thing going on, call us. If we get it, we'll come and call your name. So the Ministry of Justice and Public Safety, under the leadership of the Attorney General of the Ministry of Justice, we're doing our job with no fear and favor. Call us whenever you see any danger in the country. It is your safety, it is our safety, but it is our responsibility to provide a safety for you.
Okay. So, yeah, as previously about counties, reports are you getting from counties? Because I believe you have all the people in the various counties.
Yeah, now we have 5 counties.
Okay, 5 counties.
Yeah, we try to decentralize all over in the 15 counties. So now we get Grand Bassa, we get Margibi, we get Bon County, and we get Nima County. We have public safety officers assigned there working along with the Liberian National Police and the entire joint security section in the various counties.
Okay.
Anything that is on there, they take that issue to the county attorney because he is a justice minister in our county under our law. The county attorney is the head of the joint security in our county. So anything of such can be forwarded to the county attorney in the various counties. I visited Grand Bassa. I was in Grand Bassa last month for inspection. Myself was there present. I inspected 95% of the businesses in Grand Bassa.
Okay.
And I also want to tell the Commerce Ministry thank you because they are represented there as well. They are working together. They are collaborating. You know, the presence of certain people stop certain things from doing. What am I trying to say? For example, you see people committing crime here over and over. You just see 10 police standing here all day today. People will leave from there. Like for example, the parties. I think you can remember parties, right? Parties will be so dangerous. What the government they depot there. Go there now. Who will you see there?
Yeah.
Who will be so brave to go sit down to Palace and smoke weed? Who will be so brave? But before, when you could see the accident statistics, those boys will go smoke in the morning hour, get on keke, get on motorbike, and they be riding. From the time motorbikes start flying on the main 75, look at the accident rate. It had dropped totally. Look at the analysis now. Go to the very hospital. As compared to when motorbikes were flying in the street, when pilots were open, it was dangerous. So sometimes the presence of certain people stop certain things from happening. So Grand Bassa now, I can tell you, Grand Bassa, the businesses are there. From what I observed there going on, Grand Bassa is okay.
Okay.
With the presence of Ministry of Justice Public Safety, the presence of Commerce Ministry, the presence of Liberian Revenue Authority, ARA. You see, because Grand Bazaar is not big. So, after 2 or 3 days, you will see some of these people around. So to do clandestine thing, they're going to give you a hard time. But if they are not in the country, you take advantage.
But how was it like firstly in Grand Bazaar?
There were some challenges from the report I received first from my people. Some, they could not allow them to work to certain areas. But when they begin to realize that indeed it is a responsibility, like I said, education matters. Information matters. Educate the people that this is a responsibility. When they understanding thing and buying the idea, they're two different things. So you have to market yourself. You have to make them to understand that their safety is a responsibility. That is what you are being paid for. You are not there to harm them. You are there to save them. You are there to stop things from happening that will be harm in the process. That is why you are there for. When you make the case with them, when they buy the case, trust me, you will be their best friend. But without information to them, you will be their enemy. You will be total enemy. Like society community, separating, leaking from other things. And people saying that money people in our things. Oh. Wow. People jumping over 50s. And I went there. I called the resident manager. She came outside. I said, how will you feel when your children walking in the feces? When your family member walking in the feces, how will you feel? And she said, for the past years, I've not been behind her.
Wow.
Everything I do in my fence. I said, I give you 5 days to work on your separate thing. When I come back, you pay the fine. If this separate thing cannot be fixed. The next day, the community chairman called me. Minister of Justice, thank you for visiting our community. So that whole community knows what Minister of Justice Public Safety is capable of doing. Okay. Because community chairman, according to the chairman, he spoke with a woman, they can't get in here. So like I said, our presence sometimes bring changes. Okay. So we expect the community, we expect our people to call us, to tell us what is happening. We can't be all over. We can't be all over. Let them tell us what is happening. Let them phone us. We respond to them. Our lines are open every minute, every second. Public safety, we can't sleep. If we sleep, who will pay attention to our people? We have to be out there. We have to protect them. It is our responsibility.
Okay, so again, we'll go back to the line. Good morning.
Yeah, I call again. How can they be identified? Probably maybe I see your truck, I see your police, and maybe some of these things, I see it there. And because I see police, I see that. So how can this ministry or justice person be identified?
Okay, so talking about identity. So
yeah. Let me respond to that.
Yeah, I come in. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, brother. There's a very sure calling from Johnson. Anyway, I said Roberto Sue calling from Johnson.
Yes, go ahead.
I listened to the studio guys. Brother, let me be fair and explain it. Some all we travel from different country to different country. You see our own security in a country. They're not fair to us. I live in Africa. When security men catch trouble with you, it's not court business, it's not lawyer business, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. When they say 20 years, you'll be there for 19 years, 19, the 20, the balance 1 year, that time you can't work for the government and police. But I want people here, you get the information, they will come, they collect the person, they take money from the person, you go to the person in the community again, they started threatening you. In Africa, in Guinea, in Ghana, in the city, a lot of men catch you that way, you see it, but they don't catch you with drugs. Nothing. But our people, when they say drugs, they person selling drugs. When they go in that person's house, they not see drugs. That the first thing they can start doing, they take all your belongings in the house. So which are the evidence they get, or which they taking your property? The drugs, they're the one that making people. They can't show people to them because you show the drug people to them, they can't collect the men and you go low, the men and come back again. Yeah, in the community, they threatening you, they start harming you. And listen to all the information you're giving there. Why somebody will get somebody to call drugs with them, they tell the person to the police station, then you go low, then they say, I want the man who tell the man there, you now found the case, you will free the person. The how is so big. It's not so big at time. I want that person get that substance with you. No judging again. Get that man to jail. In that 5 years, in that 10 years, 20 years, when they come for that, they will learn some more. I know you tell the man there because the men are found the but they show the evidence to the police, to the police men. Why you put it in the man outside again?
All right, thank you. I think you respond to that. Good morning.
Yeah, Alex.
Yes, go ahead.
Morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. I'm okay.
Yeah.
What's the name?
I need to Ruben Gango. My resident, we got completed.
Go ahead.
I want to say good morning to your show guy.
Mm.
Where get to go to the land and take the super family that went to the National Police. Who build a road here. All the water can move in the village. I my yard. Dollars for you to block the whole village. I tell the complete to the town. The devil is there, the best at the center. I will not have it send out there 400 days for you to get to the folk of the village. The water party, my yard is bringing their company in the village, and my whole on a track far over. I go to town hall, I receive to come here. My property is very good. My friend, all the bill, I room my property here. And that is here. So I'm very, very happy to hear you. But I don't know how I can get to them because I want for them to come here, keep for themselves. If you want to go to here to be ready to come here for themselves. About call you, but thank you.
Okay. I think before he leaves, he will leave his contact. Yes, you listen to previous callers.
Mm-hmm. One of the callers said, how will he identify Minister of Justice to Black Jinan Bell? Minister of Justice, Public Safety Officer that there, the commander that there is named Justin Saki, who calls CO Jinan. I will also give a contact. So when you get my contact, you can also call me. I will give you the commander at their contact.
Okay.
So like I said, I join security work over there. When you see police there, you will see ARA there. You will see all the security apparatus. They are there. That joint security.
Okay.
So unless you see a truck with no security on it, then it began issues. But I will give the commander number to you as well before I leave.
Okay, so before you respond to this, say hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother in studio.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name?
Thank you very much. This is Lawrence calling from Tinkoff Village.
Okay.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion. When we come to the issue of public safety, in the first place, the government don't have the right or the time for the citizens. The answer was individual. Because in the first place, it will come to the community or to the environment. If species are there, the government should be the one to take the responsibility. If that is done, then if don't buy is in a community or if don't buy separate boards, you don't want to face it. And when you know the government always bring it for the people, you don't want to take the responsibility to say, oh no, the government always saving the community or protecting the people. So the way my separate boards, I have to do the same thing. But when separate board in the community, the government don't have time. They don't want to send people to take care of it. Okay. So somebody in the community where the separate board say, but hey, government can do the same thing. So I'm going to do the same thing. So we don't care for one another.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Like he said that separating issues in the community. Your own private homes, the separating boards, you want for government to come visit? No. But if you're separating got damage and they're affecting people within the community, even yourself, we'll come there and give you ultimatum to work on your separating. Failure on your part will give you a fine. Even yourself, it is truly separateness for you. But you are human. Your life matters to us. We give you ultimatum. So if your separating is embarrassing order as well, we give you ultimatum to work on your separating. Failure on your part, we fine you. Nobody want to be paying fine.
Okay.
Nobody want to get bad record.
Is it cut across that's maybe government officials having accepted and affecting a community dweller as well? Can you just also do the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
No one above the law in this country. No one above the law. We are all equal before the law. So if you go against anything that has to do with violations or fine, you go through it. Nobody above the law. You been seeing what been happening in the country. You been see people go to South Beach. So John Basil can go to South Beach. Anybody can go to South Beach if you go against the law. Like I rightly said, there's no gain there before. If you go against the law, you go through the punishment. The law is the law. Regardless of the status in the society, the law is the law. So if Montgomery, for example, Montgomery, that money man, Montgomery separating sport, he affecting the community. They're talking to him because he feels that maybe he's government official or he business man. He said, I would not. Come to Ministry of Justice. They will send it to us and we'll go to Montgomery. He will pay. He will pay the fine. The first thing we do, we warn you. We gave you the ultimatum that from this time to this time, we want to see the separating fixed.
Okay.
That's the first thing we do. The second time, if we can't there, stay the scene, and where then we find you. Because sometimes people are not educated, like I said. People don't know as a word when they do this, they can be fine attached to it. There can be penalty attached to it. People don't know. People don't know. Do you know that public smoking is a crime in this country? Public smoking. To see somebody with cigarette smoking in the street, it's a crime. But more people are not knowledgeable to that. So when you just see someone in the street smoking, right, you hold them. 7 or 8% will be there to say, my man, lead them, man. Are the man alone smoking in the country? So sometimes the education is also good to tell people. Because when they know, when you hold somebody down, somebody will say, no, that's the law. That man enforcing the law. People are not educated. That is why it is our responsibility to educate them. When it comes to the laws, when it comes to violations, how will you be driving taxi? You driving slipper? Let's be real. And policeman park you. Then the passenger in the car telling the policeman, "Are the man alone be riding or taxi with slipper?" Can you imagine? Somebody even say get down from the taxi and argue with the police. But we're working on all that. No sin will go unpunished now.
Okay.
If you go against it, you go through the punishment. And we are prepared. Like I said, we will not kowtow in the hole. We will work in line with the law. If anyone want to be flabbergasted based on what we do, you can decide. But we will not kowtow in your hole.
Okay, so let's also look at sometimes when maybe the Ministry of Commerce arrests expire goods and they're about to dispose of it or those goods, you see the community dwellers too going to that same area to get those goods. What advice do you have from the Public Safety Division?
Thank you. What you said been happening to Winston.
Okay.
We dispose, we assign police there. After 8, police begin to leave from there. Can you imagine people decide to go there around about 2 for that expired goods?
In the morning.
In the morning, while people sleeping. So this come around, go we put gas oil, we put fire on it. That's what we can do. And you know they can be like, we are enemy to them. You carry expired goods to dispose it. You will see people talking, say, we want either thing that you are carrying it, we will come there. That is why certain goods, certain amount when we disposing it, we can carry real armed police. Okay. It can be easy. We face that challenge when it comes to that. People so happy eating expired goods. Some people just happy. Because the result means saying somebody just happy. You were educating, you were telling say this not good. You know what it was say? But the one woman she say, as soon you put pepper, Vita, all that thing on that thing,
You're gone.
if fire catch it, all that thing talking about son not die. He can't do anything. I said, no, mama, don't say like that. He expire. It's good for your health. We have challenges, brother. A lot of challenges out there, but we're working on it. As we informing the public, they're getting to be people that are following us.
Okay, so we have this event coming. That's the 26th. What do you have to tell the parents in regards to allowing their children to go out, especially like you talk about pools during that day, or the beaches as well?
The first thing, those are owns the beaches, the pool. They are the 5 people we meet it first. Because you have to allow people to your facility. So if we tell you that indeed below 18 should not come to the beach, and we meet below 18 there, the management will be held responsible. Then the child will hold our child, your parent will come free you. There will be fine for that. To just allow your child vulnerable, to just get in the street, holiday, to go on the beach, unless that child get guardian. If there are no guardian, trust me, we'll hold our child. And you call for your people. It happened on 14th Street. I can remember when Minister of Justice was still on 14th Street. One Friday, the children can say Good Friday. I saw 12 years old, 14 years old, I think it was about 6 or 7. They went on the beach. And I went for them, I brought them, I said, you call your parents.
Okay.
I said, you call your parents. And they called in the king. Can you imagine some of the children from way Barnesville? They coming to 14th Street on the beach here. Can you imagine the distance? Wow. Yes. The other one, her father said, what? I said, but you talk to your son? He said, yeah, my son. That boy came from where VOA. So if something happened to him over there, nobody can identify him. So we're telling the parents as well. Don't be surprised when they call you to the depot that indeed your child, you come for your child. So we're calling all parents to be guardians for their children during holiday. A lot of things can happen. Accident can happen. It's only about beach.
And so that you'll see people will be now making an announcement about missing child.
Missing child.
Yeah.
It always happen holiday. Big days. They can lose. So look, you will see July 26th. I would like for some of your team to be with us. You will see for yourself. You will see a 10 years old on the beach, no guardians. So trust me, man. Can we let that 10 years old go? No, where will you call your people? And they will allow you to just get in the street. Because anything that happen, the government is responsible. You know that?
Sure.
So before the government be responsible, the parent will also take some liability when it comes to fund. From that, you will not allow your child to just get out there. Their safety matter to us. You can't allow 10 years old child to go on the beach without guardians.
To leave Mount Barclay to go to Barnesville.
And go to entertainment center to go drink alcohol. Okay. So we're telling all those are selling alcohol in this country. All the entertainment center. Someone below 18, you know the person. Let's be sincere. Someone can say, but I know the person's age. You know 14 years old. You know 14 years old. You know 12 years old. But because you want to make the money, you allow the person to enter. And you will pay the fine. You will pay it. And we'll hold our child. Our child will call his or her mother or father to come there, to come free them.
Why if the person, the 10 years are gone to buy drinks for his or her father?
It's under the law. Below 18, you can't buy alcohol. You can't hold alcohol. So when your father send you, hey, your father will come free you now. We will hold you now. Your father will come. Then we'll tell your father why you must send the child. Mm-hmm. The child under age to go buy alcohol for you. The father going to take the full responsibility because he should know better.
Okay. Honorable John Baz Goloke has been our guest. We are now trying to wrap up. Tell us now, what can you tell the public in general about the Public Safety Division?
Thank you. Number one, like I said, we also responsible for private security in the country. We are calling on all business owners, those that hire private security. Before you hire any private security, request for the three things from them. Their certificate from Ministry of Justice Public Safety to operate as a private security in the country. 2, their library business registrations. 3, the bill form we gave them to go and pay. We can attach copy on it.
Okay, private security entity.
Private security entity.
Okay.
So, if, for example, the station want to hire a private security, these are requirements you should request for to know that the person is legitimate. Other than that, don't be surprised if we can't take people from your business area where you have no security. But the only thing we'll give you option. Those are registered, we give you the list. Because we'll be carrying inspection as well. You know, bulk of the people that can operate in Mayo Plastic, there's no security office for them. Okay. So they normally assign their security at night. So we also want to inform them that indeed we will not joke. If we hold them, all the years they are operated for, they will pay in government account or else they will be prosecuted for tax evasion. Okay. So we call on the public, we will leave our contact. Anything that had to do with public safety related matter, call us. Crime prevention, call. We'll call the referee authority that are responsible for that. Fire issue, call. We'll call the referee authority. Like I said, we'll work together. All our auxiliaries, we work along with them when it comes to safety. So we'll leave our number, you call the number to the public. Okay. Let them save in their phone. Any issue that had to do with public safety violation. You see cold storage, food rotting, supermarket, expired goods being sold on the market, in the community, people selling expired things, in red line. You see certain store set because some store when you see people just going there.
Yes.
Do your inquiry there. Something happening there. Something happening there.
Especially those frozen foods. You see a group of people standing, buying in line.
When we have almost hundreds of cold storage in the country, but one day people just standing in line.
So what are some of the things that can be happening? You to share with us.
Sometimes something's happening. Sometimes some things happening there, based on what we've been going through. But like I said, our people are mean when it comes to giving information.
Okay.
Because they are benefiting from it. They will not tell us. Others that are not benefiting from it, they will tell us. So we are calling the public. Report a case. It is not good for the public. It is not good for you. Because as you're cooking that food, you're eating that food. Who knows? Your extended family may be affected in the process as well. Your safety is our responsibility. It is our priority to protect you. So we're calling the public to provide information for us. Anywhere you see illegal things going on, let Ministry of Justice Public Safety know. We'll call all the land ministry and agencies that are responsible to work together as a team. We'll go to that direction. And we can assure you, your name will not be mentioned.
So when I'm passing, I'm seeing huge group of people just in one cold storage. I should be able to call you.
No, sometimes too, people get a customer.
Okay.
Not in all cases like that. Yeah, you know, sometimes people get a customer. Sometimes the price level, maybe you selling a carton of chicken for 2005 and I'm selling my own for 2003. You know, market people going to communicate. You say, oh, the goods only sell for 2.5, only sell for 2.3. You see them pulling there.
Okay.
So not in all cases that you will see group of people somewhere, you say, look, there's an issue there, no. But in some cases, that can be.
Okay. So I want to say thank you so much for coming, and the education was provided. It was lengthy. We want to appreciate that. We hope to continue with this as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, John Bas Goloke is the Deputy Director for Public Safety at the Ministry of Justice. He has been our guest this morning. We'd like to say thank you so much for always being there. And so my name is Alexander Zesquanyeneke. Day breaks different in Liberia. Anything is possible. Tell you goodbye for now. We have so many things to do. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.